All right, so we're going to be talking about nice guys that have bad boy aesthetics. See, here's the thing. Like, your whole life, depending on the way you are, you'll be going about it just trying your best to be a nice guy. You want people to see you that way. And of course, you want others to treat you that way. You go by the golden rule. Do unto others as others do unto you, per se. But one thing that cannot be denied is the simple fact that you're still going to be treated a certain way regardless of how nice you are. Now, this applies to a certain person that is still perceived a certain way, just from the standpoint of admiration, but also intimidation, because you look very imposing, not necessarily as a menace, but yes, as someone that's menacing, meaning that you are superior in a lot of different ways genetically, just by your looks. Like, you are attractive. You just come across as someone that you just have more of an advantage amongst other guys, and it is seen that way visually. You have certain talents. So all this to say that this creates this idea of the nice guy, bad boy aesthetic about you. One infamous person that had this about them was Tupac Shakur. He was basically a nice guy with bad boy aesthetics. The way this worked with him was he was highly talented. He could do a lot of different things, not just rapping, but he was very much a gifted individual. And with that, he always had a humble disposition about himself. But at the same time, given that he had more of a masculine appearance, the way he carried himself, his voice, his posture, a lot of things made him intimidating to a lot of people. So that over time, he just couldn't continue to be a certain way.
Being overall nice.
Especially from the standpoint of being mistreated, because he felt misunderstood. So he had to do the opposite as time went on. He remained nice, but only to those that understood him for who he was, or people that really knew him. The outside world, that didn't matter to him no more, because he knew most people didn't appreciate his niceness. People that barely knew him, people that barely wanted to know him. And so that's the thing with an actual nice guy that has a similar story to Tupac. You can't deny this other side of you. You know that they say there are wolves in sheep's clothing. Well, you being this nice guy with bad boy aesthetics, you are actually the sheep in wolves' clothing. People will always see you as a wolf, no matter how much of a sheep you try to be. The key to all of this is you still being humble at heart. Little do they know. But that ain't for you to show them. Because what they see before them, for show, is not a sheep, but a wolf. Basically, you're both
Sheep and wolf.
and that will always be who you are for the rest of your life. There's no changing that. The only thing that needs to change is your perspective on yourself. Kind of goes back to what Eminem even said about, I am whatever you say I am, because if not, why would you say I am? People still see this bad boy aspect about you, regardless of how nice you try your best to be. So you just really walk in that. Really, you embrace that. You get comfortable with that skin, that wolf skin that's on you, as the sheep that you are. And maybe a lot of people won't understand or appreciate your humility, but that does not take away from your abilities. And part of that is, well, this bad boy side of you, even though you are still a nice guy. Thanks a million.